Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to continue with the lesson 3, rotation and revolution. Yes, yesterday I have asked you to do the exercise, right? If you see this picture, which of the Earth's movement do you remember? And if you see this one, which of the Earth's movement do you remember? I asked you to answer, and I'm waiting for your answer, children. And see, yesterday we have learned in your previous class movements of the earth. Movements of the earth are rotation and revolution, right? And we have completed rotation of the earth and day and night. And in today's class we are going to learn revolution of the earth. Revolution of the earth. Yes, the earth revolves around the sun in a fixed and elliptical orbit. The earth will revolve. I will show you the picture, children. See here. This is the sun. This is the sun, and the earth revolves around the sun. See, the earth revolves around the sun, and this is revolution. And the earth rotates by its own. See here, it rotates by its own. This is rotation, and the earth revolves around the sun. This is revolution. Okay, it takes 1 year or 365 1/4 days to complete one revolution. To complete one revolution, the earth takes 1 year or 365 days 1/4 day to complete one revolution. Okay. However, a normal calendar constitutes only of 365 days. Yes, in our calendar we have only 365 days. We can see it. Then where does that 1/4 day or 6 hours go? Do you got any time this question, children? Where does that 1/4 day or 6 hours go? This part of the day or hours is accumulated. Here accumulated means to collect for a long period of time. This part of the day or hours is to collect a long period of time for 4 years. For 4 years we can collect this 6 hours part till it totals 24 hours. Okay, this extra day is added to the month of February every 4th year. See this, every year they used to collect 6 hours, and for 4 years it becomes 24 hours, means 1 day. This extra day is added to the month of February every 4th year. So this extra day, this 24 hours that comes for 4 years will be added in the month of February every 4th year. Okay, so in that year February usually has 29 days. So usually in the month of February we have 28 days, but for every 4 years we consider this February as 29 days. Such years are known as leap years. Such years which comes once in a 4 years time, we call it as leap years. Thus a leap year comprises 366 days. So normally we have 365 days, and for every 4 years we have 366 days. Okay, see here, seasons of the earth. Seasons are caused due to the revolution and the tilt of the Earth's axis. See here, this we can see in this picture clearly. Seasons are caused due to the revolution. This is revolution, due to the revolution and the tilt of the Earth's axis. Okay, see here, summer, winter, spring and autumn are the 4 distinct seasons we experience on Earth. Let us look at how seasons are caused. I want to show you the figure once. See children, we can see clearly in this picture. See, summer, autumn, winter and spring season. Summer season, autumn season, winter season and spring season. See, here we have summer, winter, spring and autumn are the 4 distinct seasons we experience on the earth, as we have seen in the picture. Let us look at how seasons are caused. Let us see how seasons caused. Okay, when the northern hemisphere, this is this one. Okay, see this here, this one. When the northern hemisphere leans towards the sun, when this northern hemisphere leans towards the sun, faces towards the sun, the southern hemisphere leans away from the sun. Yes, this southern hemisphere leans away from the sun. This faces towards the sun, this faces away from the sun. The northern hemisphere receives more sun rays and experiences summer season. So, this receives more sun rays and this experiences summer season. Meanwhile, southern hemisphere receives less sun rays and experiences winter season. This receives less sun rays and this experiences the winter season. The longest day in the northern hemisphere is 21st June. The longest day, see here, the longest day in southern hemisphere is 21st June. Sorry, the longest day in the northern hemisphere is 21st June. This day marks the summer solstice. This day, this 21st June, this day marks the summer solstice. Okay, and I will show you the picture. See here, when northern hemisphere faces towards the sun, it causes summer season, and this faces away from the sun, so this causes winter season. Okay, similarly, when the northern hemisphere leans away from the sun, the southern hemisphere leans towards it. Thus, the northern hemisphere receives less sun rays and experiences winter season. Meanwhile, the southern hemisphere experiences summer season. The shortest day in northern hemisphere is 22nd December. This day marks the winter solstice. Wait, I will show you the figure, children. See here, in the same way, the southern hemisphere faces towards the sun. The northern hemisphere has winter season. Right, the first day of winter in the northern hemisphere begins. If the southern hemisphere leans towards the sun. Okay, we can see in this picture clearly. This will have the summer season, and this has the northern hemisphere has the winter season. Okay, winter solstice. In the course of entire revolution, the sun shines twice directly over the equator. We came to know that the sun shines twice, means the sun shines two times directly over the equator. This is called equinox. This is called as equinox. During equinox, the length of day and night are equal. During this time, during equinox, the length of day and night are equal. The equinoxes occur on 21st March and 23rd September. We can see in this picture clearly. Here, the equinox occurs 21st March and 23rd September. Okay. Solstices occur when the sun is directly overhead the tropics. These solstices will occur when the sun is directly over the head of the tropics. An exception to the above cases is the North Pole and the South Pole. These regions receive sunrays for 6 months alternately years. If North Pole receives sun rays, the South Pole receives the moon, right? These regions receive sun rays for 6 months alternately. Yes, when North Pole receives sun rays for 6 months, for other 6 months the South Pole will receive sun rays. Thus, these regions have a 6 months duration of day and a 6 months duration of night. Yes, in this way, if the North Pole faces towards sun rays, it has a 6 months duration of day and the South Pole has a 6 months duration of night. This also means that half a year is summer and the other half is winter. So this will tell us off days there will be summer and off days there will be winter season. So this is all about the lesson rotation and revolution, children. Once go through the lesson, and if you have any doubts you can come and ask me. Okay, bye children, thank you.